off by saying congratulations on the film Peter 58. What has that been like for you, kind of building up to this and now having an official release date for people to build up to?
Yeah, it's been exciting. It's had a long run, getting up to this point, and we're all of us on the team, cast and crew are immensely excited for it to come out into the world. It is Kevin Spacey's comeback movie to his American audience. It's faced many challenges because of that going forward. But he's gone through those challenges. He's faced them in the public and in the courts, and we feel now the time is right for him to be seen again by his American audience. So we're all very excited about that.
Definitely. And what is that like for you as an actress to be a part of such a groundbreaking thing, such as a comeback film for someone like Kevin Spacey?
Well, it's I think the time was right for that. I think Kevin was ready to be approached, for something like that. But more importantly, when the director Michael Zyko Hall was making the script for this, he was really invested in who would be absolutely the best for each role. And when he thought of Sam, he obviously reached out to me for that, and I absolutely love the 40s. I love the 50s. I love old classic Hollywood. I mean, that speaks to like a big part of my soul. And when he was writing this mischievous, charismatic villain role, this detective role, the first person he thought of was Kevin. Kevin has had a huge persona, a huge filmography in American cinema, in world cinema. He knows his place in that, and right down to the very roots of it in the usual suspects and Seven and Glengarry Glen Ross and LA Confidential, another great film noir. And so just speaking to that, I think that's what the director was looking for. I think that's what we were all very excited about, is bringing this big persona back to the screen.
Definitely. And I love that you say you love film noir and you love these old type films. What was it like for you stepping into your character and what was the inspiration behind her? Were there any inspiration from past females in movies that you've enjoyed?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So I grew up loving Betty Davis. I was shown a lot of Betty Davis when I was growing up, and talk about the queen diva of melodrama, right? Her and Joan Crawford, and I loved Katharine Hepburn, and I loved Vivian Leigh. I loved Vivian Leigh. Those beautiful flashing, angry eyes, and she was just gorgeous in all of her big dramas that she did. Gone with the Wind, Streetcar Named Desire, and the director Michael, he actually showed me a film leading up to shooting this picture that actually starred an actress from the 40s that I was unfamiliar with. And she's called Jean Tierney, and he showed me particularly the movie Leave Her to Heaven with Jean Tierney, and it's a Scorsese favorite actually. And Jean Tierney was the identical, like the American Vivian Leigh. She had those gorgeous flashing eyes and red lips and dark hair and just full of melodrama and life and vigor, just the same way. And maybe unfortunately not known as well. So we actually gave an homage to Leave Her to Heaven to Jean Tierney with my character, and with a major turning point scene at the end of the movie. We give a great homage to Leave Her to Heaven. So if people would like to dive into the making of this movie or into old 40s movies in general, I would definitely recommend giving Leave Her to Heaven a watch.
Yes, I'll definitely be keeping a lookout for that little throw-in in there, tie-in. But for people who do enjoy older noir films, how would you describe this entire film to someone who's going in blindsided?
This film has a lot of 40s pulpy detective film noirs as inspirations. Definitely Leave Her to Heaven, even though that's a Technicolor melodrama. But then we also have Out of the Past with Robert Mitchum, and Act of Violence is also a black and white great 40s detective drama, and then Night of the Hunter, also with Robert Mitchum. So these are very thriller, tension-driven 40s movies that greatly inspired this movie. And even though it's a film noir, it's, you know, we shot it in this Technicolor sort of theme because it takes place in this alpine, uh, idyllic small town that Sam sort of my character escapes to escape her past. She's running away from a dark secret. And that's when the charismatic detective played by Kevin Spacey, he sort of drives into this idyllic alpine town that she's escaped to, and is sort of the agent for chaos, but the agent for confront as well, for Sam to confront her past. And that's also the tension, character driven plot that's so great in these 40s movies. And I mean, I would just also say Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much with Jimmy Stewart, fantastic Doris Day, and Niagara with Marilyn Monroe. I mean, talk about an extremely Technicolor, dark, you know, thriller aspects to that as well. So yeah, a lot. I mean, these 40s and 50s melodramas and film noirs are delicious. Like you just want to eat them up. All the Bogey films are inspired by this as well. Humphrey Bogart, Kevin's character is based a lot on that as well, like in The Treasures of the Sierra Madre, and of course Double Indemnity, or I'm sorry, The Maltese Falcon. That's the Bogey film. So yeah, a lot of these movies are you know, characteristic in our movie as well.
Yeah, I love how passionately you talk about this film. You can tell that it was such a labor of love, but I'm wondering, on set or creating this as a whole, did you have a favorite moment or memory?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll say one thing that I mean I didn't know this at all, and when I met Rebecca De Mornay during the, you know, filming of this movie, and she's, you know, she's a titan of the silver screen herself as well, and she came up to me during the costume fittings, and she started speaking not only German but Austrian with me, and I spent a lot of my time there. I'm half German, but mostly I was in Austria, and she started speaking Austrian with me. And so we were in front of Kevin and the crew. We started saying, you know, Servus, wie geht's? Hallo. Ja, war super, wie geht's dir auch? So it was a really cute back and forth that we were having in Austrian with each other, and that was tremendous. And also with Kevin. I mean, Kevin was a hoot on set. He when he wasn't, you know, focused in the scenes, he was cracking up the cast and crew, and, you know, putting on, you know, great uh you know, characters of, you know, Orson Welles or Jack Lemmon or Bobby Darin. So he's very witty, and when he's not in the scene, he was cracking everyone up.
Yeah. And I love how you talked a little bit about costumes there, because I feel like that plays such a big role in film, especially films like
Yeah.
this. Did you get
Yeah.
to take anything from set, or did you have a favorite outfit that you wore?
Oh my goodness. So the favorite one, and I think this is going to be in the stills mostly, because it's probably one of the best, is this red turban sort of hat that my character wears, along with this red 50s skirt and shoes with it. And I actually got to keep most of that outfit. And I was so
Really?
happy about that. Also, our incredible costume designer. He made a specific Jean Tierney jacket. It's this big white jacket. It's very 40s, you know, big shoulders, and that's what I'm wearing at the end of the movie, where my character matches up in a very similar way to Leave Her to Heaven. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. I can't wait to see all this stills. I'm so excited. But besides having this project, do you have any future projects you can hint at or talk about?
Yeah, I have one in the works, but I'm sworn to secrecy. It's not, I mean, yes, it's definitely in the works. It's going to be a stepping stone from Peter, and with bigger, a bigger movie at play here. But I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. But I'm excited about that one coming up, and I have also a movie called The Vigilante that's on Tubi. It's a Tubi original, and that was actually an action role for me, and I trained in a lot of weapon and stunt training and combat training as well. And I play a Marine spec op in that one, and that one was very intense to shoot as well. And that's a Tubi original right now that you can watch for free.
Now, do you enjoy the intensity of getting to train and learn these different roles, or do you prefer more like, I guess, deeper roles like the one you play in Peter 5'8"?
I like them both. I mean, if you give me high drama, I love drama. I love the
Fair enough.
drama, I love the tears, but then I also like the action. I really like the Tom Cruise action sort of movies, and I mean, it was my dream to be able to do that as well. I like physical roles. I like challenges. I like challenges. I think actors like challenges, whatever it comes in, for the movie, whether it's physical or accent, like a transatlantic that I did for Sam. I love doing different accents for characters. So I think that helps an actor find the character in the voice. So I love good stories. That's what it's really about.
Fair enough. I mean, as long as you enjoy it.
Absolutely, it's the best gig in the world if you can get it right.
Definitely. Well, congratulations on everything again, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Gracie.